speaker for today is Amir Anzur, and he's our internet guru for the day. So he's going to tell us how we use all what we've learned today and attract and get more people from the internet. He is now in his 11th year of entrepreneurship. His first .com business started in Las Vegas in 1999, and it costed him $100,000 in credit card bills and took him 3 years to pay that debt. Interesting. His second business, which he started from his room in London in 2003, got customers such as Google, Microsoft, Intel, and Samsung, and won the 2005 European Prize for Innovation. He moved into this region in 2008 to help advise governments in how to improve education. He was the top graduate in computer science from the University of Manchester in the UK and has an MBA from IMD in Switzerland. He is currently the Dean of Webpreneur University, which teaches people how to work for themselves. And he's going to talk to us today about how to build your business through the internet. Please help me welcome Amir on the stage.
Okay, thank you. Well, it's great to be here. I love spending a weekend with people that are into personal development. I'm one of these personal development freaks as well, so I'm continuously going to these types of seminars, and it's great to be here with such great speakers as well. Today, I'm going to be speaking through, giving you a bit about my own introduction, my own story, how I got started in business and entrepreneurship. And then I'm going to be going through, how you can use tools like Facebook, Twitter, all these types of tools that I use myself, and how I help increase sales for my businesses. So hopefully you'll find the conversation interesting. Oh, I know you will. So just to give you my own background, I'm a computer science background, but essentially my first internet business in 1999, when I heard about the .com stuff, I was working at a consultancy called Accenture, consulting to some large major clients. And I heard about the .com, and I thought this internet thing is going to be big. And I started, the more I looked into it, the more I got excited. I left my job, I was living in London at the time, moved to Vegas, started some companies, complete disaster, because it was a little bit, well, I didn't know what I was doing, frankly, but I was 22. Second one in 2003, I started as an online business. I was selling text messaging services, mobile services. Again, when I tried to sell it, I didn't make that many sales online, but what I ended up doing was going offline and selling to big clients like Google, Oracle, Intel, etc. So I learned a lot about sales and doing what you guys are doing, going and selling your products. So today I only have 15 minutes, so I'm going to cram in a lot of information into the next couple of minutes on how I use these social networks. And I'm someone that goes and hangs out with a lot of millionaires and billionaires that are particularly making money online, and myself included. As I said, I've been online 11 years. I have mobile companies, I have insurance company, I have a travel company online, Weirdo Travel, all these types of companies, and including myself, I'm online. You guys can Google me. So the very first thing, what all of you guys, how many of you guys use Hotmail, Gmail, or Yahoo as their primary email address? This is not good news. You know why? Because online world, the most important asset is you and your brand, right? What does that mean? That means every time you're sending an email, you are marketing for Yahoo, or you're marketing for Hotmail, you're marketing for Gmail. You're not getting any thank yous from them. They're just providing you a hosting service. So what that means is, as you keep meeting people, let's say if you gave me your business card and you told me, mail Tony at hotmail.com, I don't know anything about you. I'm not going to check out Hotmail, right? So what that means is you've just lost an important asset, which is your network, which is me as a connection to you, right?
So the number one thing you got to do is get away from Hotmail, Yahoos, and Gmails, and get your own domain name that explains a little bit about yourself, what you do. So when your friends email you, my email is amir@amiranzur.com. Maybe 1 in 10 people that email me will actually check it out because they think, hey, I want to know what he's about. So then I have my bio page that explains a lot more about me. I'm building my brand, my trust, my asset, right? You meet someone here in a networking event, you've got 2 minutes, 3 minutes to explain what you do. That's not enough. You're going to direct them with your business card to your email address, and that's already building your brand. So that's a very important thing for you guys to firstly start building your assets over time with your own domain so your friends and family will at least know what you're into, right? No hard sell, just an email. Then I have my own website, amiranzur.com, right? So yourname.com. Now, I have over 250 domain names registered. I have multiple businesses. But what I want to do is build trust in myself, because I know if people trust me, then they're more likely to buy something that I recommend, right? So second thing you might want to do is have a website for yourself, either your own personal brand, or if you want, you can pick a consulting brand or whatever, MLM brand, but have something for yourself so over your lifetime, you are building assets, right? Assets of people that are visiting you, liking you, trusting you, right? That's what sales is about, right? So what else do I have? On my site, I have different things, but interviews. I have a bookshelf. I read a lot. I read like 87 books last year. So I thought, okay, that's actually an asset for me that people know that I read a lot or I attend a lot of seminars, etc. So I put that on there so people can relate to me more. The way I use it is a site called WordPress. So if you go to wordpress.com, you can get started with a very basic one. I can track my figures and track to see if I post out content. So I give out quotes or personal development tips, and when people link to it, I can see what's happening, right? So you get feedback. Now a site that you guys, how many of you are on Facebook? Okay, how many are not on Facebook actually? Okay, there's about 10 people not on Facebook. So what that means is if all of you are on Facebook, that means your target customers are probably on Facebook too, right? Your friends are on Facebook, your family are on Facebook. Well, actually 400 million people are on Facebook. So what that means is that's an opportunity. That what people used to spend time in front of the TV, they're now spending on Facebook. They used to watch Paris Hilton and Tom Cruise and see what kind of holidays they went on. Now they're watching their friends, right? And that's you. Your friends, your family are watching. They can look into your lives and they love it. People love to look in other people's lives, right? So you are a celebrity. Just like Oprah Winfrey, just like Tom Cruise, just like Julia Roberts. They are managing their brand, and now you need to start managing your brand. You know, when I first started with Facebook a couple years ago, I didn't want to be on photographed, right? Although I was the CEO of my own company, I didn't want to be on camera. I was a bit more camera shy. I didn't really have the inner game to take me to that next level. What Facebook and YouTube and all these things did is they got me into celebrityhood very slowly, right? So it built up my game, because what happens is if on Facebook I have 0 photos of myself, that means one of you guys is going to take a photo where I'm not smiling and looking bad, and that's the only photo that people see of me, right? So what happens is you need to be proactive in managing your profile. Otherwise, the things that you don't want are the things that are going to stick up the most, right? So here's my profile. I have about 1,300 friends on Facebook. I don't use any robots or anything like that. One key thing why I love Facebook is that I'm a guy that's traveled around the world. This is my 4th city in 4 years that I'm living in. I lived in London, in Switzerland, in Dubai, now in Abu Dhabi, and now move again. And what used to happen is I used to lose my asset, my network. So if I move to a new city, I have to start all over again making friends. Now, as I launch my businesses, people in London are keeping up with me, right? A lot of my friends, I'm 33 years old now, are senior execs at TV producers at stations, etc. So that's why I'm loving being on Facebook, is I've built up these assets over my lifetime and they're working for me. How do I use Facebook? Now, sometimes I will put motivational quotes in there, right? Something that I like. As I said to you, I'm into personal development. This one, it's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer, Albert Einstein. So I just post that out, something that I like, or a link to a website that I like, or something that other people will find useful. Key, other people will find useful, right? Not that what I had for breakfast, not that, you know, I'm speaking or whatever, but what other people will find useful. Now what happens, every time I post something, it appears on their newsfeed. When you first log into Facebook, you see a newsfeed, right? That newsfeed is from your friends posting whatever. Now 80% of people are not using it professionally, so you're going to not see great feeds that are going to help you in your day. But there are people using it more and more as a useful tool. So what I have is my preferred friends, they always send, you know, useful stuff about what's happening in the web, what's happening in tech, all this stuff. So remember, sales is about being known, liked, and trusted, right? The more people see you, the more they trust you. Now, just like on TV, if we see Oprah Winfrey, we trust her. Why? Because, I don't know, we've never met her in person, but we feel like we know her, right? Every time I'm on Facebook, people getting to trust me, right? It's like an ad for me. I'm not selling anything, but people are building trust, right? So they're seeing me building trust. What else I do is I put on photos. So I travel a lot. In the last year, I've traveled to 5 continents. And what I do is, one of my products you're going to hear about is Webpreneur University. So what I want to do is tell people that I do travel and have that lifestyle, right? So what I've done is put on photos of myself. Again, when I first started, I didn't do any of this, but when I learned the beauty of it, because now every time I put on photos, people comment, etc., and I'm building rapport, right? People are getting to know, like, and trust me because they're knowing me more, right? When I did my business in 2003 in London, I was going from meeting to meeting to meeting. I was exhausted. I sold it off in 2007 because I was burnt out from networking, right? Everyone wanted to meet with me in person. And that, you know, London's a big city spread out, it hurt me. So what I now need, I don't need to travel as much. I don't need to go out because when I've connected with people, they can still keep in the loop, right? And the trust is quicker. I also put photos like this one. I played American football as a kid, but what happened is I put a photo, a group photo up. Now I tag every one of those people. Guess what? Every one of them goes and visits my profile. Now, you know, use this in a way that's good, right? There's ways that you can use Facebook. It's not ethically good, but I say, you know, group photos are a great way. You know, people remember you then, right? So you're taking photos today, you're going to be tagged on them. The other way, so I launched this Webpreneur University a couple weeks ago. When I get my first student, I'm taking a photo of the money and the cash being paid, keeping people up to date on what my business is doing. Picture says 1,000 words, right? So another, you know, when I signed up another student, I put up a picture. Boom. People, it's a testimonial sell, right? So I've also used it. Really, the power of it was when I started using it for social good. Like I have multiple causes. One was for Palestine, Your Pal, I invented. But basically, what I saw was, you know, this is the way to get my social messages out there. I have another group called the Rebrand Pakistan. I'm originally from Pakistan, and it's about branding of countries. So I use it also for other uses to get my messages out. Now, Facebook, I can tell you, if you do nothing else, just be consciously thinking about how you're going to use that tool, because it's very, very, very powerful for business and to get people to know, like, and trust you. Second thing, you might have heard of Twitter. How many of you have a Twitter account? Okay, a lot less, and that's what I figured. In the US, it's a lot bigger, but in the Middle East, it's a lot lower. But yet, I use this tool as well. Now, I have about 2,500 followers, right? Imagine Twitter is just basically like your status update on Facebook that people are seeing. You're limited to 140 characters. Why people like it is so restrictive that it's just seeing the news feed. Now, with Twitter, the way I use it personally is more to just tell people about, send out quotes again. Now, you can automate this. I haven't automated my Facebook and my Twitters and all this stuff. But you can use that in those regards. You should go to search.twitter.com so that people can search what people are saying about the product that you're trying to sell. And that's live, and that's really useful. LinkedIn, it's a lot more professional. And so I use that again. If you're in corporates, most of your corporate friends are going to have a LinkedIn profile, so put that on. I'm running through now because my time is already going. YouTube, I have my own YouTube channel. So what I do is I have one of these flip cameras, and that's being recorded right now as we speak as well. So I meet someone like Ramez last week, or a couple weeks ago, and I interview him, right? On a little camera, pocket camera. Ramez, tell me about sales. Now, he's just having a chat with me. I'm just having a chat with him. It's non-intrusive. This is right there. And I have some content for my website that people go and look. He likes it because I'm helping him promote him. And I built a deeper network with more powerful people, right? Because I interview them, they like the fact that I'm promoting them. You could start doing that really easily. A site called Vidler, because YouTube is only limited to 10 minutes. Skype, I know it's banned in the country, but there's ways around it. But one really important thing that I wanted to say to you was share your screen, share full screen, so that if you have staff working around the world, they can see your screen. Right? Webpreneurs essential. Odesk, this is the last site. Odesk, this will change your business. You know what? One of the issues, if you want to hire staff right now, you got to get visas, you have to, if you take them on, you feel too guilty about firing them and all this stuff if they're not so good, right? You have to spend a lot of investment in getting someone on board, and it can take weeks or months, right? And any staff you get, they're not going to be good at everything. So what happens is you might have hired a video guy, and now you need someone that can do writing. And what happens is you're stuck with a video guy as well. So what I use is Odesk, and essentially what you can do is put your site, put your request on, like I'm looking for someone to make a site for me, transcribe for me, make a logo for me. People from around the world bid, and they go through it. So for instance, here I had an audio interview that I did with someone. I needed it transcribed. I put it on. There's rates from $1.67 an hour. From Jamaica, United States, Philippines, all over the world, people are bidding, right, for your work. Now, that is awesome because it's not increasing your risk. And if you want to take your